Have you got high blood pressure? Well, after this video, I will show you how to build a lifestyle where high blood pressure can be a thing of the past for you. My name is Aaron Morton, host of Time Strapped Health, giving busy professionals and entrepreneurs like you a way to optimize health while you create success. In this video, I share a lifestyle system that makes it hard for you to have high blood pressure. I share 4 areas you'll want to focus on to negate the effects of the modern career of grind, stress, and juggling work and family. Now be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to ensure that you don't miss a video and start creating health habits for better work performance. In 1988, an experiment featured 257 participants and they were asked a simple question. Which scenario would you prefer? Your current yearly income is 50 grand whilst others earn 25,000, or your current salary is 100,000 whilst others earn 200,000. Whilst logically you would choose B, it's 50k more money a year obviously. Amazingly, over 50% chose option A. Why? Because they'd be the highest earner in their work circle. Crazy world we live in, but it highlights a multitude of stresses, motivations, decisions, conflicts we all experience in the modern career, where there is competition and pressure to perform in our work. If you're not careful, then it brings high blood pressure. And as if the universe wanted to kick us a little bit more, high blood pressure is called the silent killer because its worst case scenario effects, heart attacks, strokes for example, come without warning. According to the World Health Organization, of the 1.2 billion people with high blood pressure around the world, around 580 million of those weren't even aware they had high blood pressure. Now, in previous videos around blood pressure, I have provided ways to lower blood pressure. These have included breath work, the DASH diet, movement. If you haven't watched these, go ahead and watch them now. But the truth is, all of these have to fit within a wider system where your lifestyle is geared more around having normal blood pressure than having hypertension. For example, you could adopt the breath work exercises I share in this video, but if nothing else in your life changes, it would get submerged within the actions that promote high blood pressure. Before I share what would be in the system towards normal blood pressure, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to ensure that you don't miss a video and you can start creating health habits for better work performance. So any system gearing around normalizing blood pressure will involve 4 factors: life outlook, physical, nutritional, and social. So if you were on a reality TV show following you around in life, the audience will want to see sprinklings of all 4 of these factors on a daily and weekly basis. So number 1, life outlook. So I had a client once. They were heavily overweight, going through a separation and involved in a stressful period in their work. Despite continually expressing their desire to become healthier, they cancelled the majority of their sessions. And when we did have sessions, they reeled off a list of reasons they wouldn't do any of the changes, health changes they promised to do in the week. The fact of the matter is this: you can read about every tactic, you can install the latest fitness app, you can buy yet another book on how to get fitter. If you're not prepared to make changes in your daily schedule, you will not change. Your life outlook is what guides your motivation and ultimately your decision making. Currently, your decision making may be around just getting the work done or just juggling family until you get to be on holiday. All of these common things I see when working with clients, but also contribute to continued high blood pressure. To change your life outlook, you have to ask how you can place as much importance in being healthy so you have normal blood pressure as you would do performing well in your work. Because when you are healthier, you have more energy, which helps you focus, which helps increase work performance. So the lesson here is, let your life outlook have a bias for health, and it will help normalize blood pressure whilst at the same time put you in a better position to optimize your work performance. So number 2, physical. As discussed in the previous video, movement matters when it comes to blood pressure. If you watch my other videos, I discussed a meta-analysis featuring 8,279 participants, and they found that strength, isometric exercise and aerobic exercise was the best interventions in reducing both systolic and diastolic exercise. In the UK, a recent buzz has been around isometric exercise, especially wall squats and planks, after various news outlets picked up a meta-analysis study featuring over 15,000 participants that found isometric exercise being the most effective form of exercise for reducing systolic blood pressure. When thinking about how you can build this into your lifestyle, consider 3 areas. Exercise itself, as in intentionally doing the workout. Everyday movement, which is things like your daily steps and activities that are physical, like housework and gardening, for example. And 3, what I call the piggyback contacts. These are areas you are doing something already but can add physical activity into the mix. For example, can you do wall squats whilst waiting for a cup of tea? Can you do mobility exercises whilst watching TV? All of these piggyback on the things that you're doing already. Number 3, nutrition. What you eat can have a big impact on your blood pressure. For example, some foods help with blood flow by being what is known as vasodilators. Foods such as rocket leaves, pomegranate, cayenne pepper and onions help open up your blood vessels, allowing the blood to flow more smoothly and not present so much pressure against the artery walls that happens when you have high blood pressure. When you look at the DASH diet, which has shown to reduce blood pressure, it contains predominantly natural, unprocessed produce with high levels of fibre. Whilst this has shown to reduce blood pressure, it can also create what is known as a healthy user bias. In the same way some studies show red meat should be reduced to lower cholesterol, others have shown it to have a minimal effect. The big factor is that people who eat a lot of red meat are more likely to smoke, drink alcohol and eat processed food. When you adopt a way of eating that is synonymous with what highlights in the DASH diet, there is a good chance you'll also be motivated to exercise more, improve your sleep and manage your stress levels better. Why? Because you are actively seeking to improve your health and behaviours tend to happen in clusters. And now 4, social. Now, what I talk about social, I don't mean getting drunk at weekends while staying out till the early hours partying, where hopefully you can be somewhat coherent by Monday. I'm talking about the act of being around people you enjoy spending time with. When looking at the blue zones, areas of the world where disproportionate amounts of people live to over 100, a commonality amongst the areas, whether it is Ikaria in Greece or in the Seventh-day Adventists in California, they value community and frequently spend time in groups socializing. Equally, on the other end of the scale, in one study featuring 229 people between 50 and 68 years old, the researchers found they were able to predict the highest level of blood pressure over a 4-year period from looking at the individual's perceived level of loneliness from the study outset. You have probably experienced yourself, after a hard week at work or after an extended period of being on your own, being around a social group can be a great stress reliever and releases levels of serotonin, which can again help reduce blood pressure. In conclusion, it is all very well getting tips and tactics to reduce blood pressure, such as breath work, exercise and better nutrition. Yet, a consistent level of normal levels of blood pressure requires you to create a lifestyle that negates the things in your life that increase blood pressure. You are a busy professional or you may be an entrepreneur. Both are rife with blood pressure enhancing contexts. So start creating a lifestyle where you succeed in your career without the consequences of hypertension. So in the comments below, tell me how you will implement the 4 elements talked about in this video, and also let me know of any ones I have missed that you found helpful. And also be sure to like and subscribe to the channel where I share more health tactics that you can use whilst building your career.